Yes, it is time to bring our guest speaker on. I know you guys are just super excited about the next guest speaker. She was first everything. First to hit platinum in a record speed of time. First to get 2 and 3 golds up under her. First platinum to get an Iatan car. I think she's the only platinum with an Iatan car. 1-star platinum. And I'm super excited because she's my sister. And I'm super excited that she is on the call this morning. We haven't had her on in a while. So she's very excited to be on here to bless you guys with some great training, some great nuggets to help you build your business. She is having a lot of fun, you guys. As you know, she's always moving and shaking and giving you guys some great advice on Facebook. She's helping everyone in evolution. Anyone that needs some assistance, she's always there for the family. And it's just so funny. She's always competitive and thinking of new ideas and new ways for you guys to have some exciting ways to build your business. She's been like that always. So I'm super excited to have her on. So without further ado, let's bring on 1-star platinum, soon to be 2. Maybe she might jump to 3-star at the rate she's going. Ms. Toni Queen Ward, 4-star, unmute your line.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Welcome to the call this morning. I think me and Toni are like the door. If she's sleeping, I'm snuffy. I'm stuffy.
Crazy.
All right.
Good morning. You know, after you guys, you know, I'm going to keep it real. You know, I like to keep it raw and uncut. And, you know, you have a baby and you say, oh, my goodness, I'm never going to do that again. And then, you know, you have the baby, you kind of forget. Some time goes by, then you end up pregnant again, like, oh, my goodness, why did I do this again? Well, that's how I feel about this call. This call is you guys' baby. I completely forgot what it was to wake up. And it's not even that I'm not already up, but, you know, when you don't have that freedom and you've made that commitment, it's no longer your option. So you have to follow through. And so it's a different feeling when it's, you know, something you do, you know, it's not because I don't want to, because I do, of course. I love talking and helping everybody, but I've never been a morning person. So, you know, only when my night turns into morning, right? But not when I got to wake up. And I know Gail knows we were just talking an hour and a half ago. We were still woke. And I'm like, okay, let me just sleep for a little bit. But that's the last thing you should do, right? So I should have just stayed my butt up and I would have been just fine. So normally you guys get my little happy, cheery 12-year-old voice. This morning you get my sultry big woman voice, okay? So good morning, everybody. I want to give it back to Gail. Thank you so much for pushing me out of my comfort zone and getting me on your morning call. I appreciate you even reaching out and thinking that my information was valuable enough to share with your audience. So thank you for that. You've been doing this call, you, Patrice, Pam, consistently, for 2 years now. So that's a lot, and we definitely appreciate you. There are tons of morning people, and it really helps not only the West Coast people, but the East Coast people and the international people get their day started so that they can stay focused and on the right track and move in a direction to help their business be successful. So, you know, I was thinking when I was trying to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to talk about? What can I possibly train on this morning? And I kind of wanted to, you know, talk about something that, you know, I have never talked about really in an open and public arena. And I wanted to just kind of be a little bit transparent, if that's okay with you guys. Be a little bit vulnerable, if that's okay. Make myself a little bit uncomfortable, especially since we're always, as leaders, talking about, you know, in order to get comfortable, you got to make yourself uncomfortable. So we can't ask you to do something that we're not willing to do ourselves. So I wanted to just get myself outside of my comfort zone and talk to you guys about a subject that will probably maybe catapult your business into another level, because sometimes when you go in there, you got to reach in deep. You got to get deep in order to get the results that you're looking for. They always say, nothing good comes easy, and it's not easy to put yourself in a position where you are vulnerable to the masses and they're able to judge you. You have to get in that mindset where you just don't care, and you're you. People appreciate the transparency. People appreciate the fact that, you're human. I always get these great introductions. Gail, that was a wonderful, edification and introduction. I appreciate it. But what happens is when you get these introductions and, they're like, platinum in less than 36 hours and first 1-star platinum, and she has 3, gold legs and all this other stuff, people forget that you're actually human. And I put a post up yesterday. Yes, I've accomplished those goals, with the help, of course, of my fabulous team. But just because I've done that doesn't mean I'm just not like everybody else, because I am. I bleed like everybody else. I cry like everybody else. I work like everybody else. I love like everybody else. And I need, to be held with, I won't say kid gloves, because I like to think I have a more, hard exterior. So, but there's a reason for all of that, and our past dictates, our future. Somebody's texting me. Our past dictates our future, and it kind of, lays that foundation, and it molds who we are. We are just God's clay, and the things that happen to us in our life mold us into the people that we become. If we take heed to the lessons, if we get clear understanding of why, certain things happen in our life, and we pull the lessons out, it begins to mold us into something that can help somebody else. So I think, I've been molded into a figure that can help somebody else. It's always about, what you can do to serve somebody else, period. And with Evolution Travel, we have an opportunity to serve somebody else. No matter what dish they're ordering from the menu, we're able to, fix Evolution in a way to be able to give them what they came for. We're here to serve them, to feed them, to, fill them up and make sure that we're giving them what they need. And as long as we're being the good stewards of this blessing that we have with Evolution Travel, we're able to serve them in a way to where they're going to benefit, and we in turn are also going to benefit from, that nourishment that we're giving them. They always say, and this is something that, when you first get started, not just in this business, but in any multi-level marketing business, you always hear, what's your why? What's your why? What's your why? Your why will make you cry. If your why doesn't make you cry, it's not deep enough. And, you hear these stories, and a lot of times, you guys, I thought I was doing something wrong, because I first couldn't figure out my why, and number 2, my why didn't make me cry. So I was like, do I not have a why? Do I not have feelings? Do I need to, at least, am I missing something somewhere? Like, what do you mean, my why should make me cry? So I really started, digging deep within myself, trying to figure out, okay, why do I want to do this? And it's deeper than that. It's why, what's the reason that's so important that you can't stop doing this? It's not really why do you want to do it. It's why do you have to do it, or why can you not? Why can you not do it? Like, what's going to make you not stop doing this? So if you think about, okay, if I stop doing this, I can't stop doing this because, if you kind of change the question around and look at it from different angles, you can probably hit that why in a better way. I didn't understand it. Okay, well, because I want to make money. Okay, well, that doesn't make me cry. You know, we all want to make money. Okay, I'm doing this because I want to travel. Okay, well, that doesn't make me cry. So is that going to keep me in evolution? Or are there other, you know, vehicles where I can make money? Are there other vehicles where I can travel? Well, absolutely. You know, what reason is it that you can think of that'll make you not, you know, stop your business? So, you know, and I came up with, you know, we have two different whys. We have a private why and we have a public why. And our private why will make us cry. Our public why just gets us by, period. And if you remember that, you know, our private why will make us cry, but our public why will just get us by. And your public why is that reason that you just tell the average Joe Blow. You're not going to go deep. You know, it's going to be surface deep, and that's it. You know, why are you doing this business? Oh, well, you know, that's your little first opening when you're starting your travel party. That's your first opening when you get on a webinar. You know, that's what you tell people when you're walking down the street. That's your public why. You know, your public why, oh, I'm doing this because I want to travel with my son. I'm doing this because I want to supplement my income. You know, I'm doing this because I need some tax deductions. Those are public whys. Those are, you know, reasons. Or somebody might say, oh, I'm doing this because, you know, I want to take care of my parents. Or I'm doing this because, you know, I need to change my zip code. I don't like where I live. You know, those are public whys. You know, yes, your story might get, I want to take care of my parents because they're older, so on and so forth. That's still part of your public why. But your private why changes a little bit. You know, yes, I'm going to tell you I want to take my son traveling. I want to make some money. I want, you know, but my private why goes a little bit deeper. You know, your private why is something you're not going to share with the average Joe Blow. It's something that you might not ever share with anybody at a meeting. It's something that you might tell your closest girlfriend and swear her to secrecy in the dark, because the regular public will not be able to handle your private why. So, you know, the person who says, you know, my why is because I want to take care of my son and I want to travel with him and I want to, you know, save on my taxes, when inside her private why is, I went through a horrible marriage. I want to show my husband that I could do it without him. I'm not going to ever give up on this because I'll never go without again. I'm not going to, you know, that's your private why. Those are intimate secrets. Those are things that you want to accomplish for reasons that only you are going to share with yourself. And those reasons why are going to make you cry. Those are the things when you sit in your room at night and you're making your list and you're sleepy, but you're on number 19 and you're not going to stop till you're at number 25 because you know you have to do this and you have something to prove to whoever. But a lot of times we'll say publicly, I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. I'm doing this for me. But in private, oh, yeah, I'm going to show him. Oh, yeah, he did this and this and this to me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show him. We all have private whys. We all have those secret, and I'll say success vendettas that we're trying to accomplish. And when we hone in and we figure out exactly why, you know, and it could just be, I'm sick of everybody saying I can't make it. I'm sick of everybody saying I'm tired of that, you know, travel pyramid thing that you're doing. It's not going to do anything. You know, those things eat at us. And for those reasons, we choose not to give up because it gives us the fuel and the fire that we need to move forward. We all have private whys, and we might not want to admit them because it might not be, you know, the politically correct thing to do. It might not be, quote, unquote, ladylike to have a private why. But at the end of the day, we all have them. And we need to use them to get to that next level, because when you give up on your private why, you've given up on yourself. When you give up on your public why, you know, those surface reasons that we tell everybody else, it's easy to walk away. it's so easy to walk away when you just say, oh, I'm doing this because I want to travel. Because you can travel without staying the course. But in order for you to prove yourself or prove somebody else wrong or make sure you have it or walk out of here with your head held high because you hit that level you're going to, you cannot quit. So you need to make a commitment, number one, to identify your private why in your public why. Identify the two. And it's okay. You do not have to share your private why with anybody as long as you within yourself know what your private why is. Now, you'll hear me say, nobody knows, well, some people know, but I don't just willy-nilly announce my private why. That's for me. When I'm in a situation where I feel like I want to be vulnerable or transparent or it just hits me, that's my fuel. That's what gets me through. That's what made me push to, platinum. That's what helped me push my team. My whole team didn't have to know what my public why, my private why was. They didn't have to know. They could see the passion inside of me. They didn't know what type of gas I had inside. They just knew that car was running, and that was it. You don't have to share your private why to impress anybody. That's your personal fuel. Your public why is cute. Aw, she wants to take care of her mom and dad. How cute. Aw, and you might, the backstory to that might be my family always thought I was nothing. They didn't ever acknowledge me or what I did. I'm going to take care of my parents so that they can see I did it, I made it, I can do this. That's the backstory to your public why. What we tell the public is nice and cute, packaged perfectly so that it's something that, the common shopper will want to buy. But when, it's kind of like food, right? You go to the grocery store, you get that cupcake, cute little cupcake, nice icing, frosting in a nice little box. But when you find out what the ingredients are and how that cupcake was made, it might be a little bit harder to swallow. But when you package your why nice and pretty, oh, we'll take that. So it's, as long as you know what made that packaging so perfect, it's okay. But the important part is to figure out what is my private why. What's driving me? And, I'm not going to get in deep to my private why, but, you guys hear my front story. You hear the nice package story. Oh, I have a 14-year-old son. Oh, I want to take him. Your private why is so strong, you might not even be able to speak it out loud, okay? But, you hear about my son. You hear about what I want to do. You hear that he's been over 25 countries. But you don't know that he was taken away from me. You don't know what I've suffered through. You don't know that my why is to never let anybody take my son from me again. So that's all the fuel I need to make. I don't have to sleep at night because that feeling is something I never want to feel again. So although my public why is nice and cute and commendable and how sweet she loves Tutu, but my private why is I love Tutu, and I don't ever want to lose him again. So I know what I have to do in order to keep him, period. So my lesson today is to make sure, give me a minute, you guys. My lesson today is to make sure you take this business serious because it can change your life. It can change the lives of those around you. And when I hear people say things like, I made my list and I made my list. I have one agent. And, you know, I've been working with her for years. And, you know, she'll say she has a list and she's trying. You know, I want to get to the next level. I'm going to do better. And, you know, by the time she gets through her list, she's telling me, okay, well, this person is kind of sick. Yeah, I know this lady, she's a little bit tired. She has some medical issues. Okay, well, you know, this person doesn't have really enough money. I don't think she can do the startup fee. Okay, yeah, well, her, you know, I was going to call her, but I saw on Facebook that she was going through something, so I don't really want to bother her right now, you know. And in the meantime, they've given every single person on that list an excuse before they even gave them a phone call. And those people are at home looking for an opportunity, looking for a way to get out, you know, of their situation. They're looking for a way, you know, so that they don't have to work so much, so that they're not so tired. They're looking for a way to get what they need from something, and you're keeping that from them because you've given them all excuses as you've gone through that list. The people are, you know, they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're over there allowing them to do so when all you have to do is open your mouth, give them a call, and share the message, share the blessing, period. It's like, how dare you keep that from them when you've been given this message to pass to somebody else? You're not taking it seriously. You don't understand the significance of what you have at your fingers. So it's irritating to me, which is why I don't do excuses. You know, I'm a hard cookie. So when you start giving me excuses, number one, I'm not going to waste my time listening. And number two, you might get accidentally on purpose disconnected from my phone because I'm not going to listen. You know, I'm not going to listen to it, and then at the end of the conversation you say, yeah, I really want this. No, you really don't. Because number one, if you did, I wouldn't have to be calling you to go through your list with you. Nobody has to call me to say, okay, Toni, let's do X, Y, and Z so you don't lose Choo-Choo. Ain't nobody got to call you to protect your kids. You're going to do it. Nobody has to call you to tell you to do anything when your why is that important. I don't have to call and say, hey, have you checked your back office? Do you know your people are red? It's not going to happen. If you are on top of your business, if you are serious about your business, nothing's going to stop you from getting where you want to go. It's not going to happen, period. If I told you right now, you have to get 20 people in your business before midnight or you're going to die. Every single person on this call would have 20 people in their business before midnight. I don't care how you did it. I don't care who you had to call. I don't care if you had to call people from sunrise to sundown. You're going to make it happen because it's a life and death situation. And for a lot of us, this is a life and death situation because you want to change your life so that you can live before you die, right? We're not here because we're just, we're all millionaires and we just have nothing else to do and evolution is just our little fabulous millionaires hobby. We're here because we want to change our lives. So how long do you want it to take for you to get to that point where your life is actually changed? Oh, yeah, I'm going to be silver before the end of the year. So what? And then what? Is that $100 going to help you change your life? It's going to give you a free business so that you don't have to pay for your business, but it's not going to change your life. It's something that you should definitely pat yourself on the back for. It's something that you should definitely strive to do, but is it going to change your life if that's what you want to do? Probably not. So you really have to, I take people's comments very seriously. When you tell me something, I expect it to be true. And when I find out that that's really not true, like you're really not serious and you kind of like actually wasted a little bit of my time and I could have been spending that time making sure my foundation with my son was okay and you kind of wasted that time, I take it personal. So I pick and choose. And a lot of times people will say, well, Toni, yeah, you cut people off and you don't talk to them. I don't have time to waste with anybody who doesn't take their business seriously or who has any kind of drama or, all that time is extra time. When you've been through what I've been through and you've been where I've been, things are a little bit more clear. A little more clear. Freedom has a different definition to you. So it's important to make sure you understand your public why as opposed to your private why. And if just fill it out. What is there going on in my life, or what will make me never quit my business? What do I have to prove? Remember, your private why will definitely make you cry, whereas your public why will get you by. And you don't have to share your private why with anybody. That's between you, your God, and it fuels your business and where you want to go. So I hope that you guys take some time today, really sit down and figure out what is your private why. What is there deep down inside of you that's going to help you to get yourself to a level to where your life will change before your life is over. We always say we want to live, and it might not be like getting the silver or getting the gold or getting the platinum. It might just be the fact that you want to be able to travel everywhere. I need my ISN card so I can, travel. I want to book tons of travel so I can make extra commission, and I'm going to use my travel commission so that I can, have more freedom in my life. It's a really good feeling to be able to drop off my son at school and pick him back up. And I have my own private reasons why that is, of course, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I've accomplished what I set out to accomplish. And in order for me to keep that, I need to work my ass off, period. And that's just what it is. So I hope that you guys got something out of this. I'm mad at you guys for making me emotional at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I had to go halfway there with you guys. But I hope you got something out of it. I hope that you go, run with this. I can tell you this $50 is not going to be here forever. If you slept on the 30 and you're sleeping on the 50, please don't talk to me when it goes up. Please don't tell me, oh, my goodness, it's too high for me right now. I don't really want to hear it. Because when it was 30, where were you? When it was 50, where were you? And if you have somebody that wants to go on a trip and they don't have the money and they're trying to get it together, you have to really prioritize your time with your clients and with your teams and make sure that my mentor told me, don't go where you're needed. Go where you're deserved. Do not go where you're needed. Go where you're deserved. If you have somebody in, we'll say, Timbuktu, so nobody will get offended because people get offended so easy. So let's say you have somebody in Timbuktu and they are not really doing anything. They're kind of there. They call you and give you their little sob story every day, tell you their little, public why, and, they got you kind of, reeled in a little bit. And then you have another lady who's, she's in, on the moon, okay? We got Timbuktu on the moon. So, and the lady on the moon is working. She's signing up all kind of marching. And she's got all kind of people booking trips. And she's doing everything. And you say, well, she's over there doing everything. She doesn't need me. The person in Timbuktu needs me because he's not doing anything. So you take yourself all the way to Timbuktu to help somebody that ain't working, that doesn't deserve your time. You're not doing nothing. And you get over there just to sit at their house, have a travel party, nobody shows up. Get on the webinar, nobody logs in. But I got to help them, And it's natural for us to have that type of mothering mentality, parental guidance, if you will. But you have to remember, they need you. The other person deserves you. The person on the moon is like, well, hey, I'm doing all this work. I can't get any support. What about me? Am I just doing the work for nothing? Go where you're deserved and not where you're needed. Make that person in Timbuktu appreciate your time and understand that you only get my time if you're getting it together. You don't have to be, a 52-star platinum for me to come, but you got to be doing something, and you can't specialize in excuses. So he always, I didn't understand it at first. At first I was like, well, that's kind of mean. Why wouldn't you help the people that need help? He was like, because they're going to always need help. They're going to always need help. They're never going to get it. If they see you going where you're deserved, then they'll figure it out. Oh, okay, well, he's over there working on the moon because the moon lady is actually doing some work. So let me do some work so he can come to Timbuktu. So remember that. Go where you're deserved and not where you're needed, you guys. And use your time wisely because we're on borrowed time. We don't have, 1,000 years to do this. We're only going to be on this earth for so long, and we need to go ahead and leave our mark, prepare for our legacies, and get everything situated for our children's children, so that when our name comes up 100 years from now, they're going to remember who Toni was. They're going to remember who Terrera was. They're going to remember who Pam is. They're going to remember who Patrice is. They're going to remember who Gail is because they took the time to make it matter, period. They always say, hustle till you don't need an introduction. How many of you can walk in a room and make somebody say, oh, my God, that's Pam. Oh, my God, that's Terrera from Detroit. Oh, my God, is that Gail? She has that morning call. How many of you are working so hard at your craft that you can walk in a room and you don't need an introduction, and for good reasons? It's not like, oh, here comes that lady. I heard she causes all kind of problems. Oh, here's so-and-so. Is it not the one who's been, we don't want that. So make sure your name holds some type of value when you walk in the room and people understand you. Let your reputation precede you in a good way. And remember, your private why will make you cry. Your public why will get you by. So that is my training for today. I'm going to turn it back over to my fabulous sister, Gail, so that she can go ahead and take back her call. Gail, it's all yours.
The host has joined the conference.
I don't know what happened.
All right, I dropped out for a minute. I'm back.
Okay.
All right, Toni, that was awesome. Wow, guys. I know that was a wake-up call for a lot of people on this call. I just feel like inspired to do something. I hope that everybody took notes. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. I see people that are messaging in these different groups, and they need to be on this call. If they can message in these groups, then they should have been on this call. Listen to our 1-star platinum. Give these nuggets. So if you guys have any questions or comments, 4-star, mute your line.
Good morning, this is Celia. Can you guys hear me?
You still there,
yes.
Toni? Yes.
Yeah, we can hear. Oh, it's from, okay, yeah, we can hear you.
I just want to say, oh my God, so awesome. You really hit the nail on the head with me in regards to when you were talking about that private why. Woo, you were right at my door. And I am so inspired. I thank you for getting on the call. I thank you for reminding me of just the reason why I'm with Evolution and what my private why is. It's just so amazing. This call was amazing. I get on this call every morning. It helped push me, and you did a great job of just helping me just take that extra step, even when it feels like I can't take another step. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. I'm over here shouting, guys. I'm just like doing my hallelujah dance. Thank you, Toni. Thank you, Gail, for opening up this platform for us. And you all have a great morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Celia. All right, family, 4-star, hop right on in. 4-star. 4-star, if you want to talk to Toni this morning, press 4-star.
Good morning, Toni. Hear me?
Oh, go ahead.
Good morning. This is Rosa from Memphis. How are you?
Good. How are you, Rosa?
I'm good. I just want to thank you for what you just said. You touched me and you touched my heart. And I just want to thank you because God sent you to my you. to not fight in that door. Because last year was such a hard year, but this year is going to be so much better now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Tanya. I have a comment also. Call inspired me. I got on a little bit late, even though I was on the prayer line this morning and dozed back off, but I jumped back on, and I'm glad I did to hear Tony's inspirational call this morning and Gil. But I just want to share what, and I do have a public why, and I definitely have a couple of private whys of my own. But one of the things that I'm struggling with, I don't even know if I should use the word struggling, in the business is I have a hard time with signing people up because when I speak to people, I do want to know more than what I do know about the business. And I know a lot feel that you shouldn't concentrate on that because it's so much to learn because the world is our office. But I'm a natural nurturer and a natural person that want to help people. And if I can't help them get past step one, like I feel like I'm at step one and I'm struggling, and I feel like I have to get myself past step one, step two, step three. So when I come to that person that is in my own situation, that I'll be able to walk them through it. And that's like the process that I'm going through. So I was wondering, how do you guys feel about that? Because I literally want to take the person who feels like me right now and say, I will hold your hand because you do need me. And together you're going to be a part of this team and you're going to make it. But it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and we're going to do this together. But in order for me to do that with those type of people, I have to respect the process for myself in order to do that. What do you guys feedback on that is?
My feedback on that, Tanya, is the person you sign up might be the person that trains you. You don't have to know everything to bring somebody into this business. None of us know everything. I bring people into the business who've been in travel way longer than me, who I go to for help when I need to book something or I have a question or whatever. I brought my mother-in-law into this business who actually got a degree in travel, knows a lot more, actually left the company, opened her own travel agency, but she was in our business for 3 years. So you don't have to know everything to get somebody started. They might be your blessing. You hand them the opportunity, they run with it, and then they become your teacher, and that's the beauty of this business. It's not like we're college professors and we have to be able to teach the class. We just have to be able to give the opportunity. They're going to take from it what they want. They might not even want to learn all that stuff. They might have other reasons for joining the business. So I would share it with everybody, and I would just let them know, hey, I'm new too, but we have awesome leadership, and they're going to help us. So it doesn't have to be you necessarily training all of your people. You guys are plugged in to a humongous organization that's going to help everybody. So if you remember that, you don't have to be the end-all, be-all, because you have to remember it's bigger than you. So since it's bigger than you, what you can't do, we'll fill in the spaces. So don't wait until you know everything, because you'll never know everything. You'll always say, okay, well, let me learn a little bit more first. Well, let me figure this out first. Okay, well, let me learn this first. And then after I learn this, then I'll sign them up. Okay, well, let me learn this over here, and then I'll sign them up. Okay, well, let me know this. You don't have to do that. They might be able to hop in here. They might already have some background information, and they might go and run with it, and they'll be able to help you too. So don't hold back the blessing trying to know the whole situation. Share it, and let them get from it what they will, and use the leadership that we have. Hope that answers.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you. Anyone else? 4-star, unmute your line. Thanks for that great information, Tony. I know a lot of people are getting a lot of help today. This is an awesome call. You gave some great information. I'm like, wow. Okay, family, 4-star, let's go.
Hi, Tony. Good morning, Fairness. And I
Hi. I just wanted to say I'm so glad I got on this call. I get on the call every morning, but I'm so glad that I got on today, and I'm hoping that my accountability partners is on this line as well. I have a question and a comment. My question is, will we be able to share this call with, is this call going to be recorded and put somewhere to where I can share it with my partners that are not able to get on this line? Because I think everybody needs to hear this. My comment is, it puts everything into perspective. I never knew why you worked like you did. I'm like, this lady is crazy. I told her I was going to get 5, and she's like, why not 15? And it makes sense now. It makes sense. At first I thought that you just work like that because this is what you do. You know, this is your business. This is what you do. This is your 9 to 5. I work, you know, a 9 to 5 and do this as well. And I just thought that you went hard like that because this is your job. This is what you do. But it absolutely makes sense. So thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. We always have to remember, we never know what's under the surface. We never know, you know, like that David always says, don't judge somebody else's front stage because you don't know what their backstage looks like or something like that. I don't know how it goes. But, yeah, we never know what's going on in somebody's life, and that's why I always say never hold back the opportunity. Let them tell you no, you know. Let them tell you maybe later, let them whatever. So, but don't prejudge anybody. Like, don't prejudge anybody. Thank you for your comment, Bernice, too. I appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing.
Good morning, it's Patrice. Good morning.
Hey, Tracy.
I don't even know where to start. But where I will start is, family, I am blessed to be part of Toni Ward team from day one, transitioning from our previous company, and I've never regretted. But I just like to say it is one thing in being a boss. It's another thing in being a mentor. But a completely different thing in being a leader. And I am so proud to be led by you. You are my fave, my number one mentor. You are my boss. You are my leader. I love you. Thank you for continually just pushing me to the highest. I love you too.
All right, family. Y'all do it every time. Get on here making us cry. It's always somebody. This is what we do. This is what we do. All right, who else? 4-star mutual line. We got time for one more. We got time for
Hey, Toni.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Toni. This is Pam.
I was there when you shared the first why, private why, and again today, just thank you for everything that you do, particularly for me, around me, and pushing me. My why has significantly changed in the last week, and I look to you for inspiration. I appreciate your guidance, and I move slow. I move differently than anybody else moves because of my thought process. But thank you. You have no idea how you inspire me daily. You have no idea how you motivate me some days to even just get out of bed. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm so proud of you. And when I say that, I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Thank you, Pam, for your comment.
This is Kiana, and I want to say that I love you, Toni, so much. You see things in me that sometimes I don't see in myself, and you push me to, oh my God, you push me so much, and when I talk to you and see you, I'm just always like so happy to be around you, and you inspire me, you motivate me since day one, since our last company we was in together, and to just have a sister like you, an older sister like you that would always be on my side and always push me and never give up on me. You know, we've been through a lot. The one thing I could always say, you never gave up on me. You gave me my faith, but you never gave up on me. And I just want to say I thank you for that. I love you so much, so much. Oh, my goodness. And you know, you are the best mentor I ever had in my life. And I want to say, whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. You know, you are an awesome person, and I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Kiana. I appreciate that. And thank you for sticking in there and never giving up. That means a lot.
And Toni, real quick, this is Baroness again. When we were at the travel party and everybody introduced themselves, and I know who Kiana is, and I've seen Kiana, I met Kiana and talked to her before, and I didn't know that she rose directly into you. When she said that, I came to her and I said, you know what? You are Toni's mini-me. You move just like she does. So whatever you're doing with her, it is working because she moves exactly like you do. She moves exactly like you do.
Hey, good morning, guys. Can I say something, Mama Cal?
Hey,
Hello? Hey, what's up? You know you guys like get in very late, and I really didn't want to do this. You just never know. So I just want to thank you for that push. Keep doing what you're doing, and I just thank you for you being you. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being you, too.
Good morning. This is Dr. Pastor. So what did you say, Dr. Pastor? Did nobody ever call me that before? And I just want to tell you, that I do love you, and I miss my girl. She know what I'm talking about, and I know that this business would not be where it was had you not been the boss lady, creative thinker, out the box, carried by none other than God. You have been favored. You continue to be favored. And I just want to let you know that I love you. I love you to life. And I'm telling you.
The host has joined the conference.
This company would never be where it is had you not stood up and been who you are. And you rocking it for the females. You know, you letting it be known that we are here. You are at the table, and you can sit and carry your own weight. I'm telling you, a lot of women don't get an opportunity to rock the power. You are rocking the power in the evolution. And so I just want to tell you that I love you, and you keep doing what you're doing. Keep building to the moon and beyond. I love you.
I love you, too. Thank you for that comment.
All right, that's my Pastor Nicole. She always come in and make her grand entrance. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. All right, family, that is it. We are not taking any more questions or comments. Toni, give us some closing remarks so we can let you go back to sleep, ma'am.
I got to wake up to go to school now.
You're too excited now. You may not go to sleep.
I'm
get you excited on here.
Yeah. Right. You know, I'm glad that you guys did get something out of it. I hope that for those who are like me and like to get their sleep in the morning. You guys do offer them the recording, because I probably won't ever share that secret again. But in all seriousness, make sure you identify, your private why and use it. Use it for your benefit. Use that passion to get you guys wherever it is you want to go. Wherever. I don't care if it's this business, if it's another part of your life, whatever. Use that. And, identify what you want, who you are, and how you're going to get it. And that's just really all it is to it. It's so simple. Life is so simple. It's only hard when we make it hard. But it's really just cut and dry. So, with that being said, Toni Ward, and of course, I'll first to the bank, then to the beach. That's how we work it. Period.
All right, Toni, thank you. I appreciate you so much for getting on here. I know what the sacrifice was for you to get on this morning, and I appreciate you, sis. It was an awesome and amazing call. The information that you gave, wow, I was sitting here thinking, and I can surely see, my personal why. And so with that being said, all your great closing comments, we're going to go ahead and end the call. This call is officially over, family. Have a great and awesome morning. Let's get to work. So just get out there and make it happen. Thank you, Toni.
Thank you. You guys have a good day. I'll see you at the bank and at the beach. Bye.